Yeah. Hey, I know we just went off, but y'all know how I am back. But when we go off, I really do want to go just relax. But before I relax, I had to make sure that, the legal landscape and yeah, all that fake shit that motherfuckers be saying. Yo, I gotta make sure that shit all right. Like it's other motherfucking people that it's other motherfuckers that's up there that's making sure the legal landscape is right. Why can't I make sure? What makes me different? When I when I breathe the same fucking air, the air, I got the same shit that can happen to me that can happen to you. Yeah. Business is business. There's never a time where I'm not thinking about business because niggas gotta eat. Like, yo, on some real shit every day. I do eat 24 hours of the day. Now, you're not supposed to eat, but there's somebody starving or that needs to eat 24 hours, 7 days a week. So there constantly has to be money just flowing in the economy. So I'm just saying, the one thing nobody talking about. I mentioned it in the live, but I didn't go much into detail about it because it would have slipped over you niggas' head.
And Dr. Philosophy, PhD in music composition, with all the rights, privileges duly granted, issued on the 10th day of May, 2025. Welcome, Dr. Hatch.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers across the world.
Shout out to my man Boosie. I don't give a fuck what you think about Boosie. You motherfuckers is all on Diddy dick and worry about him and Cassie, what they was doing in there. But this man that came from the streets, he got his doctorate.
I want to tell y'all about my road to Mother's Day. Friday, bro, I lost my battle in court. They won their appeal. My case had got dropped. They won their appeal. So now I'm going to be fighting these people again, these feds. But I got my faith up, you already know. And it's crazy because I was so down Friday, right? And yesterday, Saturday, Heritage University made me a doctor, bro. Like, that's how God work, man. Like, I'm a doctor, like Dr. Hatch. I'm a doctor, like, I'm a doctor, dog. Like, this shit crazy, man. This shit just feel like
Dirt TV.
And there you have it. Now, there's only one part, well, maybe two, but there's a small part of this whole situation that just...
How many of y'all kept going against Boosie, saying Boosie this and Boosie that, and MO3 case and all of that? How many of y'all motherfuckers were saying that shit? How many of you know about people in your fucking community? Yo, them niggas got doctorates. But they ain't no doctors. You get ready to let them fucking operate on you? No, doctorate is an achievement. How many of you know some of the rappers that you worship. Yo, them niggas went to college, got their kids going to college, and they went and got their fucking doctor. They got the fuck out the streets and wanted to be something other than the streets. And the only way you can become something other than the streets is to learn from those that was in the streets before you. And what their end was. Yeah. Jail, hell. But as long as you have a seed that's continuously bringing your name, because we don't know, nobody don't know when the earth ended. I don't know when the earth ended. The best thing that I did in life was I had a seed that was a woman that could continue to put out seeds. And that seed, because she can't take my seed away from me, she know who her dad was. And she know who her mom was. My seed, they know that. Who their dad and their mom was. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. If you see something on the wall and it say Dr. So-and-so, you know something else different? You know that I wasn't a doctor. I wasn't a doctor. I got the same plaque. You went to school. I didn't. But I got the same plaque. Matter of fact, I got a doctorate. You only got a bachelor's degree. I'll never be in competition with my dad. Boosie and a whole lot of other people showed us. And what I was trying to get y'all to show that nobody could fucking answer is Chadwick Boseman. He was able to speak before a graduating class. Chadwick Boseman, you know, Wakanda Forever and Jackie Robinson, and he played cop that busted, you know, a big crime ring right before he died. I'm just saying. And y'all put that lawyer up there. It's a white lawyer. I'll show y'all that lawyer, and he breaks down the MO3 case. He says a lot of things, but the one thing that he said in there was, yo, he has black people or black men in his community. And then he's going out and he's showing himself getting into a fucking Lamborghini. Yo, I mean, motherfuckers, yo, it is black men in this fucking community. I mean, motherfuckers you see riding around, yo, they black and they in a Lamborghini. Everybody that is other Caucasian, again, they're not against us. I mean, but if they was against us, I mean, shit, how would they fucking eat? Yeah, I mean, white men you see getting busted for all these keys of coke and all of that shit in the United States. You don't really see that. You don't. I mean, white men you see getting hit up for robbery and all of that. of some keys of coke or whatever. How many of you ever knew the United States flew right into a country, kidnapped Noriega, brought him to America? Yo, we flew a plane right in there. Yo, we was tired of the shit and all that. Fly right in there, snatch that nigga, bring him back to the United States. We gonna keep him in prison here. They ain't kidnapped. I mean, you know about the WWF. I mean, you know about Arkansas. Yeah, a fucking president or the governor of Arkansas at a certain period, they called him the president of Arkansas, who actually became the president of the United States. His name was Bill fucking Clinton with his witch ass wife. Yeah, Hillary Clinton. And yo, the name is written on the back of a manifest. I mean, handwritten on the back of a manifest. Yeah, you flew into Epstein Island, nigga. And yeah, y'all used to drop coke off. Y'all used to just drop it out the fucking plane. Yeah, nigga used to go retrieve it, but y'all hit 2 white balls. And somebody couldn't take that. So years later, they told us, yo, this what happened to those 2 young white kids that was on train tracks. Yeah, they saw the plane drop coke. They running just to see what it was. They didn't know what it was. And y'all killed them. And didn't tell the moms nothing that was going on until a wrestler, one of them coked up, doped up wrestlers that want to be big and shit, you know. Then he actually was. He was big as shit. He said what really happened. He said, yo, we had to kill we got a call. They told us to kill kids. Because they seen me drop. The drop they saw was to drop a coke from the plane. You don't hear about shit. Fuck that. So I'm the motherfucker that'll come live right after I just went live, and I'm just telling you, why y'all not talking about Boosie got his PhD? Yo, Denzel Washington got fucking a PhD. Fucking Martin Luther King got a PhD. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of black people that got honorary PhDs because of their accomplishments. Let me ask you this. They actually have a day for Martin Luther King, right? If Martin Luther King was alive, let's say 20 years ago, because I don't know how old he would be, but 20 years ago, would you let Martin Luther King operate on you? Yo, Martin Luther King, if he picked up a fucking stethoscope, any type of medical item, he was a doctor of like my grandfather was. Martin Luther King was no better than my grandfather. No better. When I tell you this, I'm telling you this because I hated my grandfather Just like I hated Martin Luther King. But my grandfather, he was somebody in the church, in the Southern Leader, what is it? Southern Leader Christian Conference. I don't know. One of them joints. Some group. There's a whole bunch of ministers. I don't know who got him to the point. She wasn't my grandmother. She was my step grandmother. She smoked mad cigarettes and all of that shit, and she died. I really didn't care for her. But she uplifted my grandfather. In church, in the eyes of the public, my grandfather was somebody, he had his name that was on a church that he built, and it was called Redeemer Tabernacle. And everybody wanted me to be like my grandfather. Why? You don't know? I used to go to the diners with him and the assistant pastor, and I used to watch them pull on the women's. They used to pull on the women's jaws. I used to watch that shit. I ain't give a fuck about that. I pull on a woman's skirt like, hey, sweetie, how you doing? But when it came to my sister, and ain't nobody want to fucking stand up for my sister. No, man, I would kill my grandfather. I killed this bastard. Then I know who touched who. Y'all ain't want to tell me who it was that who touched who, because y'all know how I'm riding. And I'm still like that to this day. Yeah, you're a petty fire. Yeah, you're a pastor or anything, and you touch some kids and everything. Yo, you don't never know. Motherfucker just roll from up under your car when you get out up in there and just cut you the fuck up like you're a piece of shit. In the MO3 case, they trying to get us as far away from the church as it can be. My grandfather used to close the church early. Every Super Bowl Sunday, there was only one service in the morning. Even though this motherfucker could talk forever. My grandpa used to talk for fucking ever. And I never knew what the fuck he was talking about. It was just And then all these people throwing all the flips in the church and everything. I ain't never know what they was flipping for or what. I ain't know if we was in a circus. I ain't know nothing. I'm like, yo, why these people are doing all this flipping? Then they got this box up here. They want us to go get us money. And then grandpa, yo, them shits was all ones and shit all crumbled up and fives and all of that. And if I needed some money or something, it'd be them same fucking ones and fives that was crumbled up that went into that box that got a T that says ties. And I'm just saying. So I had to get away from it. But it was at my grandfather's church that I first put on, I donned a robe with two crosses on my chest and said a speech that and it was called I Have a Dream, but it was after King's dream, but it was different than his because the shit that he was talking about, content and character. Yeah, what about the fucking trash flying all around our neighborhoods and everything? It's just fucking trash just blowing all around the streets. Ain't nobody sticking nothing in there. Grab that trash, put it in a trash can, boom, whatever. However you want to take that. But I do remember that the finalists, it was 13 of us. And the mayor of Philadelphia right now, her name is Parker. Miss Parker, I know the year you saying that you was in the oratorical contest. I don't remember. Your speech wasn't fucking powerful. And fucking speech ain't fucking powerful in Philadelphia now. I don't know what the fuck you be talking about. But nevertheless, you the mayor. That's going to be cleaning up the streets that y'all cleaning up. But y'all remember Mayor Rizzo and Mayor Good. So whatever the fuck Mayor Good did that was wrong, don't be bringing that shit down on my motherfucking family because we don't know nothing about that shit. Nothing. I was a little ass kid when I seen Osage Avenue in the movement. Y'all dropped a bomb on top of their house and blew up a whole fucking block. It was called Osage Avenue. So I wonder if after all these years and medication, yeah, y'all really fucked up where I am. Memory. Because, I mean, what causes dementia? Yeah, all these fucking diseases where you just forget the fuck. You just forgot everything that happened in your life. Nothing you could cling on to. Just say, oh, I remember this. Yeah, that was my maybe my grandma, great grandma. None of them ever forgot where home was. That's the only thing. They all wanted to go back to the South. And it's something we can never take to us. And when I say South, I don't mean I don't know nothing about Texas. I know the East Coast from the Mason-Dixon line all the way down to the South, all the way to the South of Florida. We the 13%. Y'all try to take over the 13 colonies or 13, whatever you want to call them. The reason why we can't get together is because it's 13 colonies couldn't agree. How the fuck is 13 tribes going to agree? Yeah, Christ, he had 12 disciples. Israel had 12. . tribes. That 13th tribe, y'all gotta find out what that 13th tribe that's fucking us up. The 13th tribe. That's it. Find out what the 13th tribe is. That's how you gain peace.